before we collide. And if the sky falls down on you, just beat it up before we collide. Let's make it last forever. I'm ready to fly before we collide. And when the sun don't shine on you, just heat it up before we collide.
All right, welcome everybody to Raising an Archer here. Oh, let's get that off. Yeah, welcome everybody. Raising an Archer. I haven't done this in a while.
No, you haven't.
You know, I've been so busy down there.
What?
I had you muted.
You had me muted. Oh my goodness.
So we are.
My daughter didn't mute me last night.
I didn't mean to.
What?
I hit the button there.
Yeah. All right.
But welcome everybody that's joining. This is a long weekend. We have
a long weekend.
we have 175
I thought I heard you
archers.
say something about 80.
Oh,
180.
we can max at 180.
We can max at 180.
Max
all
at
right.
180. And of course, we have people asking, like, hey, can you guys go ahead and set up a tournament for tonight at 6? I'm like, nope. And they're like, what about Sunday, tomorrow at
Thank
6? I'm
you.
like, I don't know. It's like already a long weekend. But hey.
Amy might kill us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She would kill us tonight. She's ready to go. My wife's up here helping.
This is so awesome because I don't remember her ever being up here helping, ever.
Go ahead and switch the archers while we talk. All right, so SYWAT, we've got a full house. I'm not sure I've actually ever had this many archers. I mean, we have 36 archers down right there, and that's the max that we can
Dude,
put in
when
this
I got
range.
here last night, I had to park down at the church.
I know.
You know
Nuts.
how sketchy that was walking out there last night?
I know.
In the dark.
And did anybody go with you? Because
No.
it's like you took off. I'm just like, where's your mother? She's like, she went to the car. I'm like, she went to the car. Are you kidding me? But we have a lot of. There's Ethan down there with his Olympic recurve in green.
Oh, with his green bow as well, green riser.
Let's see, where are they? So that's, let me look down there. So
off.
Ethan. So next to Ethan is Jacob Wild. Jacob Wild was, he came in, I believe he came into the ringer in 8th place, and he ended up, I think he knocked out 3 people before they were able to take him down. Kid shot awesome in the shoot up. It was a lot of fun to see him shoot. A lot of these young kids have just moved up to 20 yards. Once you turn 12, you have to move to 20 yards, and it really depends on where your birthday is. So if you're 11 right now and you turn 12 in January or February, you have to actually go ahead and move up to the further distance because the state championship will be at the 1st of March this year. And it's when NFA is off of your birthday.
Right. USA is not.
Right.
Yeah, this is awesome what we're seeing here today. We've got, I was telling Amy, we have a lot of youth archers. I mean, right down there, we've got 8. I mean, I'm talking about cubs, the young ones, 11 and below.
I know we usually don't max out, but like on this line, this line maxed out on the 10 yards like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like had people calling going, hey, we can't get on. Like, yeah, I'm sorry, it's already full. And so they had to pick other times.
You know, I was worried a little while ago. Like, I got some kind of like rooster.
There's Adam Shackelford. Josie. We got Wanda, Wamba, which is Kay Gatto. I don't know why Tracy Trick calls her that.
No, I don't either. And even on the sheet today, she was listed as
She
Wanda.
signed up that way.
Oh my word. We just love her.
There's
She was
Josie,
giving
his first round. Looks like maybe 5 X's.
His fancy target pins.
That's nice because we can see who
right?
See who
I
it
think
is.
everyone should have those. But they cannot be used next weekend at Aggie Invite USA.
So the scoring on that, let's go back to one of the targets. All right, that's the 5 spot. We'll look at a single spot here in a second, but all of that white is a 5. And so if you shoot 60 shots that hit all the white, that's a 300. And if you hit the X's,
the highest score you
it's
can
the highest
get.
score you can get, and then X's are for tiebreakers. The X's, the one thing that we're doing here at Texas Archery is that if you shoot a 300 this weekend and then you come back in January and shoot another 300, you're going to be a part of the Texas Archery 300 Club, and you'll get a big old buckle that says that you did that.
Yep. Julia has one of those.
Yep, last year.
Not real sure how it's going to go today or this year because she has a new bow. I mean, new bow.
Your new bow. It was quite an upgrade.
Yes. She is loving it. That thing is so stinking quiet. That is unbelievable.
That new Hoyt Stratus is, we kid around, Stratos is what they...
Up north. It's a Stratos.
And
I'm like, what? No, it's a Stratus.
here.
What are you talking about? We're in Texas.
It's like my wife when we used to get LaCroix.
Yeah.
And she kept saying it's LaCroix because that's how we pronounce it in Texas.
What did she call it? La what?
Yeah, LaCroix.
No way.
Yep. So now there's a single spot out there, and so since we're on there, single spot you have all white, and that's going to be your 5. X in the white is a 5, and then it goes 4, 3, 2, 1. And how that scores.
We're gonna have to talk to Miss Kay though. She's touching the arrows and
know.
she's calling. I'm like, ugh.
Also, we've got targets, so they just pile the targets on top of there.
And what did I say? I said we need to get the targets down.
I went and took some of them
Because
down
of that
already.
view.
Yeah. So we have, from a camera perspective, we have Ellie, who's 11, that's handling the cameras right now, and we have I almost said Desiree, Jacqueline. That's here with me. She, how old are you, Jacqueline? 13.
Wow.
So they're doing a great job with the cameras. You know, part of it is learning and seeing what's the best angles and continue to get better. There's Wanda. There's Craig Cato. You've got Joe Z on the left with the red Texas Archery shirt.
Oh, he's shooting on the same bill with his son Andrew.
Yeah,
and Adam Shackelford right there.
Since they're able to pick their bales, one thing we did was we changed SYWAT a little bit this year for us. We went ahead and opened up a registration that was specific for archery. Also, we allowed
that I love.
Yeah, so it's just
That's
easy.
with eyes on score, and that is so stinking. I think stinking is my word.
Stinking is so
right?
stinking easy.
It is incredibly easy. I talked about it last night that other associations, other organizations use Sports 80.
They do for
80.
registration, Sports 80 for registration.
And that's a little tougher. I forget even who I'm registering, which one of my kids I'm registering by the time I get through all the questions. And I'm like, oh, crud, who did I even do?
Yeah, next. And
yeah.
And then
what's your blood type? And
and one thing I decided I wanted to try was this thing called Pick Your Bail. So I felt like if you're going to pay up front, there might as well be some advantage to it. So you get to pick your spot, meaning if 5, for example, let's just say 5 has the best lighting in the range, then that's going to be premium seating, premium bales, premium targets. And
that didn't make sense to me because premium, you're like, ooh, it's the platinum and the titanium and
it's premium.
The Titanic.
Isn't there
but
premium
it's the same
seats?
Price.
Huh?
What does it matter? It's the same price.
But if you sign up early, the advantage is that you get to pick it.
I was
if you don't sign up early, you don't get those. You get stuck sucking, kissing the wall.
Julia likes kissing the wall.
Well, then there you go.
Mr. Chilcott last night.
You don't have to sign
the wall.
Oh, he signs up early because he wants to kiss the wall. He don't want anybody taking his spot. But it allowed everybody to be able to put, pick targets next to each other if they wanted to, if they coordinated it with their friends.
Oh my word! It was. I don't know. I was just just
you would
show
think,
up and
you think about you being a
somewhere
planner that you would like to be able to assign and handle all that.
Well, and then the thing is, you don't know. You're picking that spot, but you might be picking a spot next to the rudest. Raunchiest person.
I was about to say, where are you going with this?
Might not be a nice person that you're picking to be next to.
Everybody's nice in archery. What are you talking about?
Well, there's some grouchy people. That's where I was going, grouchy. Grouchy is a good choice of words.
Yeah. So if you want to see what we're going to go ahead and bring live scoring up,
Okay, so I
And-
think I cut you off. But anyway, you've got, we had Eyes on Score that we were able to do. I must be tired because I think I have a little bit of an accent right now.
I didn't notice. Say 13 for me, and let's see if it's.
You better be nice over there. I don't even know what it is. Okay, so Eyes on Score. Awesome to register through. Super easy. It takes no time. You pay, you're done. And actually, you can pay through PayPal, or it says on there you can pay even later.
Yep.
So,
No, I disabled that.
did you disable that?
Yep.
Okay. Well, it said it on mine at that time.
It says it, but you can't select it.
Well, I just wanted to be paid and be done. I didn't have to worry about bringing cash or anything. So then it is also the same program that does live scoring that you're seeing scrolling on. Well, it was scrolling
Right.
on the screen. But almost everybody has a phone, a smartphone. And so they pull up this app, download an app, just like you download all your other apps, and voila.
Voila.
You click on Texas Archery, you click on, well, for this one, Texas Archery, you click on SYWAT, and you can see the scores. If there's a 0 and it says they've shot 0 out of 60, that just means they haven't shot yet.
Right.
And it is really nice to, if you are not here and you want to know how your archer is doing, you can watch that. You register through it, you score on it, and you went one step further. When we go to some of the national events, well, almost all the national events, they use tablets. And those who are putting on the events have purchased those tablets, and they have to do with repairs and replacing and everything if something happens to those tablets. Well, what you did was you found a couple of Target tablets. What did you get, like 4?
I bought 2 of them from
2.
Amazon.
All right. Well, and it's cool because we're using 2 of them today.
Yeah.
So for the littles, the younger kids, our cubs, that they may not have a phone, or they have a phone, but access is restricted, because they're,
And
parents.
the other challenge was the parents sign up with their cell phone and their email.
Right,
so
right,
it's
right,
like
right.
even if they had a phone and we assigned that, then we would. It's inevitable that we're like, oh, they didn't get it, and we're going down there and trying to fix it. And
Yep.
all
So
that.
we've got these tablets that can be used, and they're very inexpensive. But if you are putting on a tournament, say you're a club and you're putting on a tournament, you don't have to buy tablets.
Yeah.
Almost everybody has a phone. A parent has a phone, or, someone on that bill normally has a phone. So I think this is an awesome thing that we're.
Yeah. Hey, you're a part of it. You're a part of it.
I think it's really cool. It is very easy. Now, I don't know a lot on the, development of it, but I like that it has been used. We've used it for 3D.
Okay.
Indoor.
Hold on. I was just looking. Somebody's just like, hey, one of the mamas stuck at home, so make sure that we keep the camera on bail 9 ever so often. All right, go.
One of the mamas is stuck up here, and I don't even know where my daughter is shooting
Yeah,
at.
yeah. So sorry. Go ahead.
I'm glad. I was going to tell you to flip over to where we could see comments, because looking at the comments and replying last night was really fun to do. So, we have used this with 3D, indoor and outdoor, as we used it at the ASA. We've used it for
We have not
state.
used it at ASA.
We used it during the shoot-off. Did we not?
No, not the Eyes on Score, because it had to be. It was just somebody was calling them out. They were just
Okay,
entering
and
the
so
scores.
it was a different type of live scoring.
Yeah.
So we've used it for state TSAA
But
field.
what's cool about the 3D is that when you set it up as a 3D shoot, the calculator on the phone is set up just for 3D. So it'd be, for example, if it was a 12 being the top score, it'd be 12, 10, 8, 5, miss. And that way there's no screw up on somebody hitting a 7 or a 11 or anything like that. The scores
We have used it on indoor 3D.
We have. And it works great.
Yes. We've used it in team rounds. So it's been used and tried in all these different areas, and it has worked. Have you had to call in and make some little adjustments here and there? Yeah, but
It's still
that's-
beta right now.
Exactly. So people can go in and make a free account, right? If they're putting on a tournament and
Yeah.
they want to use this.
Right now, the direct link for it is admin@eyesonscore.com. You can create an account there. That'll say that it's like a 3-month membership, but that whole membership thing's changing at the end of the year, and it's going to be free for everybody. I'm going to have it a free option for everyone to use it, and but there's going to be some limitations to that, right? For free, there's going to be some limitations, but it'll be definitely, it's usable for small tournaments. Tournament like this, more than likely, you're going to probably have to pay to have a subscription, just because you're going to want all the features to be able to make this thing run smoothly. By the end of the year, we'll have the subscription done, and we'll have a website that has all the information that's needed and pertinent to the app. One exciting thing that we're doing is the plan is to have, that's Madison Wood at full draw. Looks like she's got 3 X's and a 5. Is that Aggie invite? The Aggies had some requirements that they needed to be able to do live scoring. So we redirected our developers to get that done and ready for
So
the
did
Aggie
I hear
invite.
that's going to be used next weekend?
That's the plan.
Yay!
They delivered all the changes last night to me, and not last night, yesterday, Friday morning. I tested. There was a few things that needed to be fixed, so I sent it back, and so hopefully Monday we'll do a retest, and if everything works, then we are good to go for Aggie Invite.
Awesome.
I've got Lorinda there at Texas A&M.
I love
She's getting
her.
it all the paperwork together for me for next Tuesday, so we'll run a real test next Tuesday.
I believe she and her husband had their wedding anniversary yesterday, so happy anniversary, Miss Lorinda.
Yeah. It's like, hopefully you guys can hear. We try to make this thing better every time we do it. And we listen to the videos. We try to, even when we've got the youth up here doing, which I think they've done an awesome job. It's part of the learning and teaching them how to do this.
Because we are raising an archer, and that's
we-
part of it. We
that
want to
is
hear
true.
from them.
We want them to. You know?
yes.
We want them to be able to take over. So you guys don't have to listen to us all the time, right? We get to talk enough with our
Yep.
podcast.
Hey, did you have gumbo?
Oh, that gumbo was amazing.
Man, the profits are out back, and
If
they
you
are.
missed it, oh my word. That was so good.
Super good gumbo. So happy to have them back there doing that. Oh, and then the banana bread. I see you got. Did you get the banana or the pumpkin?
I got the pumpkin.
Pumpkin nut.
Which one did you get?
I got banana nut. I don't do pumpkin anything.
Why?
I am not.
You're not a pumpkin latte?
No.
No?
No pumpkin spice. No. Mm-mm. Let's see,
Diana
Ryan
Wood,
there.
no problem. She's like, thank you for showing my granddaughter Madison. I love it. I love it. You know, we do this. We're not sponsored. We don't do any of this. You know, we are Texas Archery. We want to offer something that's different than everybody else. Nobody else does live scoring, which we want to change. I think everyone should be doing live scoring, and we're going to make that possible.
Mm-hmm.
Eyes on Score is not a Texas Archery app. It's
You're
just.
really getting loud.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are you passionate about this?
It is not a. Let me turn your earphones down. There you go.
I can't hear anything.
Can't hear
What are
anything
you
now.
doing? Leave my stuff alone.
So the Texas. This was something that I did as a side project just for fun, with a couple other guys, and I believe we're putting together something that's going to be really good for the archery community. All this video, all this stuff that we do, Wendy and I do this just for fun. This is our hobby. We also run a podcast twice a month, as long as we don't kill
First
each
and the
other.
15th.
Yeah, as long as we don't kill each other, I think we'll
We've
keep
made
it going.
almost a year.
I know,
Can you
I know.
believe that?
I think we've had like 28 podcasts.
Have we?
Because we
Has
did
it
some
been that many?
bonuses.
Oh, we
had
did
some
a few
bonuses in there.
bonuses. Yeah, we fact killed ourselves trying to do one every day at
That was
nationals.
stupid.
That
That
was
was
really
stupid.
stupid.
We were
Whose
like-
idea was that, by the way?
I've got the best idea ever, Wendy.
Okay, sure, let's do it.
Let's do a podcast a day. And she's like, absolutely.
yeah,
let's
rock
do that.
on.
The first night, we probably should have known
my
we were in
God.
trouble.
I was like, are we really going to do this? I was
Oh, but
sitting
you know
in
what? It was really
dark.
We did it just to help archers, and I think that it helped because
It did,
we
it
had
did.
inside information on
Yep.
what was going on, for the next day, and we ended up got that information out to everybody as fast as we could, and that was
Yeah.
easier than trying to send an email or trying to post something
Yeah.
on Facebook. It was more than just a little bit of
Well, it
information.
kind of was on Facebook. This the cord.
What
I
is
felt
going
like
on
was
with your-
gonna- It was trying to strangle me. I think you must have trained my cable, my cord to do that.
Right?
Choke her out.
Take her down.
Oh my goodness. I love Miss Kay's hair, by the way. And no, I know that's not an archery thing, but she's an archer, and she just looks like a model with her hair. Richard was saying a while ago, he married up.
He did marry up. She cooks so good. She comes up
That's
here to
what
the
he
shop
said.
and cooks for everybody, and it's just.
He said all she has to do is say, I love you, and cook for him, and he's
That's
good.
it. That's it.
That's awesome. All right, so they are about to come up here again on
Yep.
their line. I'm trying to see.
We're gonna
maybe.
go ahead. And,
What
yeah.
are you gonna do? You're
It's
saying
hard. It's hard
maybe.
to. There's just like we've done these before, and they're so small where we can put the scores up and kind of talk about everybody.
Yeah.
But
with
it is
all
it is
the people that
hard
we
with,
have.
with so many people in this thing.
But we're happy about that.
We are happy about
It
that.
is the first SYWAT of this season. This is opening weekend for indoor season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of sad to see outdoor go. We are that family that loves outdoor. So that is a little until next year, But
I was so ready for outdoor to be done.
no.
It was hot.
You breathe in the fresh air.
Fresh
Everything's
air.
cool.
Joe-Ed Nationals about killed us.
Yeah, Joy Nationals.
We had to stop. They actually had to literally stop the shoot because it was over 105
How much
degrees.
jelly you got left?
Jelly. Yeah, it was so bad. I was so sweaty. There might have been some chafing.
I had to stand out in the lightning, light everywhere.
Yeah.
What, you couldn't wait to get to the
No,
hotel.
I had to
You
go up those
to
stairs.
the
I saw that big old long stairs. I had to walk up. Forget that.
Oh my gosh!
It
you
was
were walking
so
so
bad.
funny.
So bad.
I would have laughed harder had it not been lightning everywhere around me.
If you go out to Raising an Archer and you look at there was some bonus rounds with Joad, and it was the last bonus Joad podcast, and you'll get to hear that story. It's so good. It really is good.
Julia said something last night about needing jelly for her fingers or something. I don't know. And I was like, well, I'm sure Scott has some.
Yeah, I do. So we've got Connor Sears at full draw. Connor is a senior at Texas A&M, shoots for Elite, the youngest kid to ever shoot a 900 in Vegas.
Oh, wow. He just got back from Mexico, shooting in Mexico for Team USA.
Yep.
And he came home with some hardware, too.
There's Nadia Prophet. Her mom was the one. Mom and dad were the one that cooked all the gumbo this morning. And what was really cool, there's Chad right there. And James next to him. And
So Chad is also known as Chad Prophet.
as Chad Prophet.
Because you said Naughty was out there. Oh, there's Chad.
There's Chad. There's her dad, Chad. Chad was the one that helped cook.
Oh, that's so much better.
They are a family that shoots, which is really cool.
I had to take my earrings off. They were poking into my head with my headphones. That's not good. It was kind of
No.
like you and your chafing.
So part of learning the cameras is it's not as simple as just, moving to those targets really,
Yeah.
easily. There's speed, and you've got to control the speed of it and slow it down so that you can move them. And the one thing that they're working on is how do we, move one camera while not moving the other, but only broadcasting the one that's not moving. And so they've been working on
Well,
that.
last night she did something I didn't even know the camera could do. I was like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. So when you were doing the 300 stamp, so there you've got this big, huge stamp. It's probably like a 4x4
Yeah.
size stamp. And whenever you were doing the stamp, yes, you took a picture of it.
did.
And we couldn't see. Really, that's today. But anyway,
was
there's
today's.
the 300 stamp where it has stamped. But anyway, it was upside down, and she turned that camera all the way around slowly, and we were able to see the 300
That's
stamp.
pretty cool.
I told her, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know it did this. She goes, I didn't either. So she did a phenomenal job last night. It was just girls up here last night.
I know.
They're rocking this girl night.
There's been a lot of girl nights on the live feed, though, hasn't it?
But I said we need to have a girl night of shooting.
You needed some guys up here. That's why I'm back.
Oh, whatever. Where can you see
See.
the live scores? Go to eyesonscore.com. So EYES, I think Scott's putting it on Facebook right now, eyesonscore.com. You're going to scroll to the bottom where it will say Texas Archery. Once you click on Texas Archery, you will see SYWAT. And you will click on SYWAT, SYWAT. Once you click on SYWAT, you will be able to scroll through and see. You're probably not going to know unless, you take your archers everywhere. But go ahead and just scroll through, look for the name.
Mm-hmm. You should be able to put a star next to it so that it can keep it up. There's also a filter that will filter their divisions.
Yep. But if you're a grandparent, you may not know which division they're shooting in, but you can go through and look for the names.
Yep. One of the archers out of Gulf Coast.
Mm-hmm. We've had quite a few of the Gulf Coast archers here today, and we had some last night too.
We did. Yep.
Love having them here. We love having all the shops here. That's the beauty of SYWAT, is that you go from one shop to the next, or one range to the next, one club to the next, and we all and we see each other and we're like, hey, how's it going? Haven't seen you. You get the big hug, especially this weekend since it's been a while. Some people don't shoot outdoor, and so, it's time that we've seen them again. And I think that was Ava Gonzalez's mom was like, no, we don't do outdoor.
There's Braden, one of the new shooters out of Texas Archery.
Oh.
We have Houston Academy
There
that
you
shoots
go.
at West Houston.
Yeah. Come on now, get it straight.
I got to keep them straight. One thing that's cool is like you said, that this is offered at almost every shop in the Houston area, if not all of them, and you'll get to you can participate in them. You need at least 3 to be able to go for Shooter of the Year.
You need to participate in at least 3 SYWATs. Yes.
SYWATs, yes.
I didn't know where you were going with you. Well, that's not true, because you could shoot 3 times here. Twice.
It only counts as once.
No. You can shoot here, and then you can shoot in January. Both
That's
of
2.
those scores will count.
Yeah. Yes.
But
Correct.
even though it's at the same location.
Yeah, it's this weekend.
Yes,
right.
yes. Now, you can shoot twice this weekend. You can shoot at every single one, but only your highest score is going to go for your standings.
Yeah.
For SYWAT.
So next weekend is this. We've got
we're going
SYWAT.
to A&M.
Well, next week SYWAT is at CNS Archery.
Okay.
And
I am.
That one's going to be tough. If we're not going to make it, because we're going to be at Aggie Invite all weekend. But you know what? Not everybody got into Aggie Invite, so it gives you another option to go shoot.
It filled up in 48 hours.
I can't believe you got in, because I know how you are, waiting to the last minute.
Oh no, it was 4 a.m. the morning of whenever I went ahead and did that, and I waited till 7 to text you because I know Miss Amy does not get up before 7.
There we go. Ryan.
She might get mad at me.
There's Ryan with shoots for Texas A&M.
Oh my goodness,
As
it's
a freshman,
like
it's crazy.
Oh, it is like killing me, because whenever he has that shirt on today, and it hit me, I'm like, who's he shooting for next weekend?
Know. Texas A&M.
This is his first shoot as an Aggie on the Aggie team, and oh my goodness, that got me a little bit. He's not even my kid. I'm like, what?
They grow up so fast, man. That's like, next thing we'll know, like they'll be graduated and moving on with their life.
6 inches taller than you.
I know.
And it's tough.
We've got the scores up there, but it takes over 2 minutes to get through the entire list, so we're not going to sit on it for 2 minutes.
No,
but
I like
it's a good
that
reminder, though.
we do try to go ahead and do it while everyone's down there scoring because, we can look at the arrows, but that's not really going to give us any idea. We would have to look at each individual target from the front to be able to see where the arrows landed. And even then, can we tell? We have a hard time. And we used to have binoculars up here. Well, you still brought yours up here today. I have no
There's
idea
one
where
of the
mine
wild
are.
kids. They're looking real close.
Really? That wasn't very nice.
That's his name.
I know, but still, no one else
That's
knows
like
that.
the coolest. That's like the coolest last name.
He did that on purpose. Look at that wild kid down there.
Wild kid.
Poor baby. He's like, "What? I was just shooting, full of my arrows." Oh, but yeah, with the eyes on score, and I like that we do that while the archers are down there scoring because we can see those scores.
Yep.
Our people here, we've even got a larger screen TV down below us that it has that scrolling. So even parents who are sitting here, we've got stadium seating, and parents who are sitting here can turn around and look if they don't have it on their phone.
Right.
Julie was excited to be shooting next to Mr. Prophet.
Yeah, he was like warning her that if she got out of line, that he wasn't going to tolerate it.
Get her. And there's Nadia right there, Mr. Prophet, or Chad, his daughter.
Oh, let's see if the paste works. I'm going to go ahead and send the link for you guys for the eyes on score.
Click
on that.
So I'd like to mention we do have 2 more shoots this weekend if you don't add another one.
I know.
That we have, what is it, 10 o'clock in the morning?
We have 10 o'clock tomorrow.
And then 2 o'clock.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And I overheard you say that you are looking for January that you might add another shooting line.
Yes.
Another time slot.
I figured we've got, with how popular this was, if we added a 6 p.m. line on Saturday night, it just gives everybody another option to get here and shoot.
Yep.
And I don't think I'm going to do Sunday. That just seems like a lot.
Well, I don't know how well that would turn out because people have to get back to work.
Yeah. Our Sunday afternoon at 2, which I know that's a popular time anyways, it filled up so fast. We have no open spots tomorrow, and which is crazy, 175 archers. If we go ahead and open up 6 p.m. on a Saturday, that'll allow us to accommodate over 200 archers, which I couldn't even dream of a year ago that we would need that many spots. Mm-hmm. Last year, I only set it to about 150 because it was hard to manage all the different distances and ages, but with the new app, you can manage it very well, very easy. So, for example, we had one time this morning, we only had like 2 people sign up for the 10, so I went ahead and took the bale 8 and made it a 20 so that we could add more 20 spots. And we still didn't fill up. Oh, I think we had 3.
10 o'clock, and then what he's talking about, if we don't show the full range down there, there are 9 different bales.
That's Andrew Z at Full Draw. Continue on.
You do that so often where you just...
Look at that. He got an X. That was a nice video. See, check that out. That looks good. All right, go ahead.
All right. I feel like this is a setup. You're fixing to just cut me off anyway. But 1 through 7, those are all set at 20 yards, 18 meters, 20 yards. Then bales 8 and 9 are for the cubs, the younger kiddos that are 11 or younger, and they are set at 10 yards or 9 meters. So they shoot, they're little. They shoot at a shorter distance than the older ones and adults. So that's what he's talking about whenever he said that he had to move 8 up. It was not 8 o'clock. He had to move bale 8 up since there were not as many adults or 12 and up, and we needed spots for more of the little ones. And I'm telling you, these guys are tiny. They're so cute. I was talking to your wife a while
Our
ago.
kiddos used to be that small. Well, Ryan at one age was at one time.
When he was born, did he come out of Amy that size?
Big old kid.
I looked a while ago, and his shoulders are like 6 inches higher than your shoulders. I was like, You had to raise your hand up to put your hand on
Yeah.
his shoulder. Oh my
Madison
goodness.
Wood there walking the white Texas. There's and the green Ethan. There's
the
Nadia.
green Ethan.
There's
He's
Nadia.
not green.
David Allen is in the background there.
Yeah,
Boy.
that's our field governor.
There's Chad Profit. We have there's your Julia.
Yeah, with
Julia
her
Cook
new
in
bow,
full draw.
her Stratus.
Let's see how she's doing down there. She's looking good.
We can see Micah coming up, getting ready. Ava Gonzalez.
And
doing
that's
the same.
5 X's for Julia Cook. They're going to go ahead and get a good view of it there. Yep. So she's clean so far with not dropping a 4.
And now you probably just jinxed it. You
Why
just
would-
spoke it to the universe. Tell
So
ya.
now,
You see, that's what always
It'll
makes
be
me
my
like
fault.
want to throw up. You've always done that. We get like to the very end, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, here it comes! It's gonna be a 300." Luke's first 300. I remember it was on the other range.
I thought I was
here.
gonna, I know. I was so nervous. I was hiding in the other room, like from a distance with binoculars, because I couldn't take it. You know,
Killing me.
oh, it's rough. and
It's just like I mentioned last night. Josie was texting me our first nationals in Alabama, and I was on the 50. I was judging, and Julia's all the way across the complex on the 30, and he's like, "We're holding our breath. She's in the top 4. Okay, she got it. She's in the top 3." And I was like, "Go ahead."
I know.
Stop already. I want to throw. And then I would wiggle in my
Hold on
chair.
one second. So there's Claire Z. Claire Z is a barebow shooter, 2-time national champion.
Yep.
Shoots for Hoyt. Well, I don't think she shoots for Hoyt anymore. Like, her contract ended. She shot for him for 2 years. Life kind of gets in the way.
Yeah,
you know,
it does.
The job, you can't make a living shooting archery, but she is an excellent barebow shooter.
Yep.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, so Matthew Parmenter, is he here today? He shot earlier this morning.
Did you see what he shot?
He shot a 298, and he was mad
Because he dropped a 4 on the last
He
arrow. He
was
wanted that
so
299 so
mad.
bad.
He is a phenomenal
He
shooter.
really is. He is.
He shoots nationally. He's phenomenal. That's all I can say. So
He really is.
he was behind me, sitting where all the archers do at nationals, and he's like, "Let's kick." And we have to be focused on what's in front of us when we're judging. And he's like, "She did good, didn't she? Tell me what she did."
Right.
It was fun. It was made me want to throw up, but it was fun. Archery
it's-
just
I
makes
gotta
me
tell
want to
you,
throw up a lot.
You know, if you I know we have people out there watching, grandparents and parents, and
Yes.
but if you are, I don't care. It's like, I just remember when Ryan, even when he wasn't competitive, I wanted him to hit the middle so bad that I'm still getting nervous during shots, you know? Just go, okay, he's about to get his first 25. Oh, my word, you know? So there's always different stages of stress all the way through
Julia
archery.
brought up last night that, archery is a quiet sport. Swimming is not. I mean, you yell at your kids. Can they hear you in the water? Probably not.
No.
They've got caps covering their ears. But I'm going to yell anyway. And the very first JOAD practice that we went to, and Julia hit the middle, I thought that's what you wanted. And I was like, yes. And everyone turned around. She's like, "Mom, I'll never forget that day. They all shushed you." I was like, "Oops."
That's funny you mentioned that, because we were at our first competition. Ryan needed it was called wand, where you're shooting this line at 4-H. All right.
Okay.
Madison Wood, Andrew Z in the background, and he needed to hit it to win. Last shot, he hit it, and I screamed.
Hit it to win it.
I was like, yes! And everybody looked back at me. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you kind of like shrink in your chair.
Yeah. I'm like,
It was them. It wasn't me. Those people, I don't even know who they are, but they did it, not me. Oh, my goodness.
well, there's no denying it. I'm like kicking my foot up in the air and everything. Yeah! Like this Tiger Wood
I know.
move.
Well, that's me. I had the arm pump in the air. Yeah.
I think it's like we're probably gonna, maybe we should change archery to be more like tennis. Like, whenever something's happened, they do the 2 little fingers and go.
Golf.
Do this little,
I told
do this
you.
little. No, golf cheers a little louder than that.
No, they got the.
Yeah, but it's all. I wonder sometimes
And they have the
if that's
signs
like
that say quiet. We definitely need the signs that say quiet.
yeah, I almost wonder if they've got some overlay sound that gives like the cheer, because the cheer on golf almost seems the same all
Yeah,
the
it
time.
really does. It really does. Maybe they practice it.
Yeah.
But I told you it's like golf, especially field where you go and you shoot your arrow, you walk down, you pull your arrow, then you walk to the next one and
Yeah.
you shoot your arrow and you. That's
Wow.
people who don't understand field. That's what I tell them. Well, it's like this. It's like golf.
Right?
They hit the ball, they chase after the ball, then they hit the ball again. You do that all day.
What end are we on? I haven't even looked.
Well, that's what I keep pulling up, but
I get
my
sidetracked.
screen really you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know
No.
if you've noticed.
You don't chase rabbits at all.
We are
On the
this
4th
the
is what I think I
Okay.
just heard. Works for me. We're seeing those scores come across. They're probably going to change in just a second because they're putting in the scores right now.
Yeah. So on the live scoring app, so if you click on that link that we have out there, you do have to refresh the screen after each end.
Yeah.
Because it is just a web page that just comes up. You refresh it, and it'll have the new data there. I did see a little problem with the scoring. Well, I've seen two things that I'm going to have it used to, when you would have your phone up and down, you could see the scores. Now, for some reason, they're not there, and you can't even scroll. You have to go sideways, right? But before it was whoops. It was all together. You could do it the one way. The other I
You
noticed
can
was
still scroll. You just have to
no,
on
I mean
blue.
you have to go landscape on your phone. I was saying
Yeah.
before you didn't have to.
You can still scroll. You just
Yeah,
have
but
to
you
hit
can't
the
see
blue.
the scores.
No, well, that's when you do like that.
I know. I'm just saying that's something that I'm going to have the developers fix. The other thing I noticed is that as the tournament's going on, let's just say Ryan's at Ryan is at let's just say he has 100 and he has 20 X's. Somebody else could have 100 with 15 X's, but he would be ahead of them.
Yeah, I
which
saw that.
The app needs to.
And there was something whacked out that was going on with Dakota's last night because it showed that he had shot 10 of 120, and because he signed up for two different.
Yeah, and I fixed it last night.
But no one else did that. No one else has had that. So that's why I thought it was kind of weird.
I had caught all of those beforehand except his.
I get a little text from my girl. I knew she was texting me. I could see it because I know that she's not doing the scoring. And so whenever it got down there and she sent me a picture, she liked that with all the...
That was the one we caught on video, too.
Yep. So they are coming back. We're getting ready to start. I guess this will be end. Believe that was 5, so we should be going into 6 because of how many scores have come in. We do have folks who have shot multiple times. So in other words, they shot last night and now they're shooting now, or they shot last night, this morning, and now. And that's okay. Again, only the top score will count.
Mm-hmm.
So it is like family day for you here today. It's pretty cool. You have everyone except for one daughter here who has her own family and does not live right around here. So, yeah, we've got Ellie. She shot this morning. She's volunteering this afternoon. Ryan shot this morning. He's shooting again right now. And Miss Amy, you're so sweet. Yeah, you married up.
I did.
Super sweet wife who was helping with check-in and then taking scores and just working that desk
So
crazy.
That was Devin Patton, the one with the hat on. Well, the hat on. They all
I'm looking at two. I don't know.
Black shirt. Just graduated from Texas A&M. Was part of the Texas
with his
A&M.
master's.
Yep, with his master's degree
in engineering.
Yep, and he got he passed his his professional engineering degree or whatever the certification. And
already has
a job and can't shoot much. So
yeah.
I think he's shooting on a single spot now.
No way.
He's not.
I was gonna say. With archery, like swimming, there's a lot of muscle memory.
Yes.
that goes into it. So even if you've been out for a while, that muscle memory is still there, and you practice a little bit, and it comes back into it. Are your eyes that bad that
No,
you've got
I
to
was-
use binoculars
I was
up
looking.
here?
So Devin shows up with Patrick Dean. Patrick Dean is also a graduate from Texas A&M,
Okay.
and he didn't even have his bow. Just Devin had an extra bow and said, "Hey, go shoot."
Oh my word!
He shoots his first round. and
Hopefully
he's like,
the draw length is pretty close to his.
Yeah.
And
So what was hilarious is he shoots his 5 spot, and he walks up and he says to Connor Sears, "Hey, can you look down there and see how close I am?" He's just like, "Yeah, dude, you're high." And he's like, "What, like high of the 5?" He's like, "No, like you're high in the target above you."
oh no!
And that was his only practice in. He's like, "Oh crap!" So he drops at 1/4 of an inch and's like, "Okay, I'm gonna go with it."
He's got a song in his head. He kind of like wiggling around.
I should
there.
probably get some music going down there.
Yeah, you probably should, because that was the complaint.
All right,
you know,
let me
this
go get that
morning
working. I'll be right back.
Was that there was no music, and so he will go get the music going. So whenever you go and it's, archery is not one of those things where you can just pick up a bow and start shooting it. I mean, you can, but if you pick up someone else's bow, that bow is pretty much set to them. The draw length is set to them. The draw weight is set to them. The peep sight. So what we're looking at with the peep sight is that on a compound bow, then there is a small lens, or a lot of them have lenses, some of them don't, but there's a small round object that is on the string, and it's pretty much set to your height. Are you able to see that and then be able to look through the lens, or are you able to see the pins, whatever you're going to use for your aiming? And I'm flabbergasted that he just grabbed somebody else's bow that pretty much has nothing, set up for him. Oh, just grab it and go. That's no big deal. It's not like getting in somebody's car and just adjusting the seat a little bit. That's not what we're looking at here. Here's Miss Anna. She has a trad bow. And what we're talking about, that trad bow, look at that. It's all one piece. If a traditional bow has more than 2 pieces, or they come apart at kind of like an odd place, in other words, they're not 2 pieces and they go together in the middle, then it's not really a trad bow. But trad bow is mostly natural materials. The arrows are natural. And the classification between USA Archery and NFA Archery varies just a tad bit, but for the most part, it is the same. And so it's pretty cool to watch those bows, and a lot of times those are made for them. It's not that they just go and pick one up. One of the gentlemen that we've had on the podcast, PJ Vela, oh my goodness, he is phenomenal, and he has guys. He told us that for the most part, people make their own, so that way it fits them. They know everything about it. And I said Vela, it's Velez, but we're wishing him lots of well-wishing thoughts. He had lung cancer. He just had that removed. He's going now to physical therapy in Houston. And if you've seen him, it's kind of like Captain America. His arm brace, he is Captain America. What am I saying? But anyway, we wish him well. His sweet wife who takes care of him and has helped him through this, and we can't wait to have him back shooting. But he gave us a lot of information on trad bows, traditional bows, things that I did not know, that a lot of them make their own arrows, and they're wood arrows. It's pretty cool. I had the pleasure of getting to see an Asiatic bow this summer. I had not seen one in person. Now, as a judge, I had studied them, but having to be able to see one and actually hold it in my hand and see the different components, the thumb ring and everything. It was a highlight of that shoot. All right, we've got Coach Z right there. He is one of our JOAD coaches for Texas Archery. Great man. He just takes in all of our kids. Let's see what he has there. Looks like he might have 5 X's right there. All that arrow shaft has to do is touch the line. If it touches the line, it gets that higher score. So that bottom left one looked like it was just outside of it, but I think it has touched the line. And that's all he needs to get that score. All right, we are going to go ahead and start seeing the score scroll as we go down to score more arrows.
Enemies close, have me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what. Told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck, country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm backed up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car to get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault, I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up. Bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what. Told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me? It's not adding up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what. Told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me? It's not adding up.
All right. We can see our littles over there. They're scoring. We do have a parent that goes down and assists with them. Otherwise, things can get a little crazy. Sometimes they start talking and forgetting what they're doing. It just helps when we have a parent that goes down and kind of chaperones them, if you will. You can imagine when you have 8 children who are all younger, 11 years and younger, how that might go. And oh my goodness, I think there's one girl, poor Elise. She's our one girl that's down there shooting with 7 boys. Y'all need to give her like a high five or something. It's awesome. We love it. And she's so quiet. She has a brother, so she's used to it. We're having a lot of fun here this morning. We've got a lot of shooters who are here, and it is their first time to ever shoot a tournament. We love having that here. This is SYWAT is, I want to say, the best to have your first shoot. Why is that? Because it is so laid back. The atmosphere is so laid back. Yes, it is a tournament. You are going out there to do your best. Archers are out there trying to go for that 300. However, it is like a family affair. Everyone is willing to help each other. I know today I was telling archers who were here for the first time, look for this person. They are going to be your best friend. This is the person who is going to help you. If you have any question, I don't care if it's where the restroom is, that's probably one of the worst things about Texas archery, because Texas archery is phenomenal, but the bathrooms are on the other side of the store. So you have to go, if you are shooting over here in the, where we're shooting right now, which is the 3D range normally. The good thing about this is that it can convert from 3D to indoor target to 3D back and forth, and just in a matter of maybe an hour, couple of hours if we want to sweep. However, if you're shooting down there, you come up the stairs, then you go back down the stairs on the other side of the stadium seating, and then you walk across the store and go to the bathroom. Once you get done in the bathroom, you come back and you go back up the stairs, and then you go back down the stairs, all to go to the bathroom, all in the name of the body. That's okay. Everybody's got to go. We do it sometime, and that's why we do a 10-minute break in between the 6th and 7th ends. Our friend right here that we're looking at, he is coming back to archery. He hasn't shot in a really long time. We're glad to have him back. Like I said, if you haven't shot in a while, it's muscle memory. It's going to come back to you. Archers have the choice of shooting a 5-spot or a single spot. I know we talked about the single spot target earlier. Those 5 spots, you can shoot all of your arrows into one of those little 5 spots. As the name says it has 5 spots. I have seen Coach Joe, where he shot all of his arrows into one. I was like, what did you do? He goes, I liked it. My arrows were shooting really well into that spot, so I just shot them all there. Oh, okay. Makes sense to me. In USA Archery, you have to shoot, so the maximum in USA Archery is a 3-spot. 3-spot or a single spot. Like I said, all of the associations and organizations, everybody does it differently. As we shot a Michigan shoot here at Texas Archery. We did not go to Michigan, but we shot a tournament here, and yes, it was different scoring. It was like it was something different. Some liked it, some did not. But on that 5 spot, you have a choice of 2 scores that you're going to get when you shoot down there. Well, I guess you could have more, but that white part of the target, when we look back down there at the targets, it's going to be the whole white part is 5. Now, there is the part where the X is, and the X is worth, there we go, the X is worth 5 points. But you do put that down as an X. Why do we put it down as an X? We put it there as an X because it is a tiebreaker, just like on a single spot. And then anything in the blue is a 4. If you shoot outside of that blue, it's a miss. So it's a little bit of a gamble whenever you go to a 5 spot. However, when you're shooting what we call fatties or line cutters, line busters, so a fatter diameter. Oh, Ryan did not like that one. It's still an X, but
yeah, he's still playing nice. I'm back. He's still trying to play nice with that new bow. I mean, it's never as easy as fast as they would like. Get him in a new bow, and then nothing feels quite right. The angles are not the same, and so I guess what do they had those bows for about a month now?
I think so. He and Julia got theirs in the same week. Oh.
Yeah.
Both of them shooting that new Hoyt Stratus. I just can't believe how quiet it is.
It is a quiet bow.
You don't hear when the arrow releases. You don't hear it until the arrow hits the target.
Yeah, she used to shoot the Hoyt Prevail, and that was just loud.
Doing. It sounded like a bear bow.
Yeah.
Or a recurve. Doing.
Yeah, it was a loud bow. Like man, there's a lot of vibration because I remember Ryan when he was shooting the Prevail. Literally, there was right at the end before he got his new Invicta that things were just falling off.
Yes.
Like the screws were coming out. Like
he hated it with Julia because Julia would tighten her front stabilizer every shot.
Yes. Yes.
He was, seriously? Really?
There's Ethan. Ethan is one of the top recurve shooters in the state, and has a few national titles under his belt. We have a lot of really good archers here in the Houston area, and it's always fun to host a tournament and see these top archers come in.
Yes. They all want the same thing. They all want that 300 or as close as, they want the next score, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It may not be the 300, but they are working to beat their score.
You guys see that little bit of a vibration. So we're going to have to figure out how to get a little dampening in on the on the camera, because it's like those arrows. What's funny is that target is off from the wall, not a lot, maybe 6 inches, but it's enough to shake, because those bales are on stands that are attached to the wall. It's enough to cause the camera to vibrate a little bit, but. Lucky for us, we have a lot of engineers that are archers, and they're helping me right now.
I just like what you told me. There wasn't enough time. I'm like, when was the last tournament? When did I tell you that's what was wrong with it?
Yeah, she tells me last tournament, hey, you need to fix that. That was 7 days ago.
That's 7 days time, Scott.
Yeah.
What were you doing during that time?
Right. I was busy.
It was funny because Scott's like, why is that camera doing it? What's wrong? It hasn't done it. And I'm like, wait a minute. We've used that camera and we've done 3D. And then I was like, the animals are on the ground. We weren't shooting towards the back wall. And there we go. We think that that's the problem. We're pretty sure. We're not engineers, but
I'm pretty sure, because the camera vibrates right when somebody shoots. So
yeah. Maybe, just maybe that's the problem.
Right.
Look at all the green. We've got Ethan's green shirt. We've got his green nocks. We've got his green veins.
Yep.
That's awesome. Green out, dude. Instead of maroon out.
That's
see
right,
what
green
I did?
out.
Did you see what I did there?
Leprechaun out.
Leprechaun out. That was too much. Green out. That's
Peace
less
out.
to say.
Peace out.
Oh my goodness.
What end are we on? Was that the 6th end?
Oh, let's see here what I am seeing.
You know what I
Looks
think?
like we that was probably 6th because we're waiting on scores.
We need some
to come
Brewsters tonight, I think.
I have never had Brewsters. You told me before that.
Brewsters
yeah.
is awesome, isn't it?
Hey.
Ellie's like, yeah, Brewsters is awesome.
Okay.
Her little ears perked up when I said that we should do Brewsters tonight. And she's just like, yeah, we should.
Yeah. All right. So I'm texting my mama right now because mama just said, what Facebook group? So
Texas
Archery. Because that is where we are at. We are so happy to be in Texas Archery and be allowed to do this. I had mentioned last night that our podcast room where we record is here inside Texas Archery. We've our setup up here in the little balcony area keeps getting bigger and bigger. I mean,
it started with one little table. Table got bigger. We got a second table. It's like.
Oh, but it's nice. It's nice.
Yeah, the setup is so much nicer than it was. Like the cameras, our live feeds, I thought were pretty good. You know, we had to have people on cameras, literally on the cameras.
Right, we had
and everything.
6 cameras, and we had to have people on those 6 cameras.
And I had cables run everywhere. And
we can still
down.
have cameras. I mean, cables. I looked down there last night.
But that's a lot less.
Oh.
Yeah, those are temporary. I had to do something.
Okay.
I had to do something to get this camera up. So I updated the software to run a live feed with multiple cameras. And our cameras were run over the network. So they call it NDI. That's too technical for this.
I'm like, you already lost me.
the reason why I mention that is because NDI doesn't show up now.
Can you condense this down a little bit?
Right. And so I loaded multiple things, could not get NDI to work. And so I would say not in a panic. I was like, screw it. I'm just going to run cables directly to the cameras. I ran them real quick on Friday, on Friday, plugged them in, had them up and running, and so we were good to
look
go.
at that target right there.
Yep.
There you go. If you shoot that target that you're looking at with all the different colors, 3 spot, USA target, you better shoot them in order. You better go top to bottom, bottom to top. Do not shoot that middle one and then go from there. That's illegal. Sorry, I just saw that target and I was like, hey, I was just saying something about that.
You can't shoot 2 into 1.
No, can't do that either.
Sure, but guess what? You can in TFAA.
Yeah,
and FAA.
I know. As I was just talking about that, Joe. One time I looked down there, I was like, oh no! He had shot all of his arrows into one part of the 5 spot, one spot of the 5 spot. I was like, Joe. He goes, what? I like that spot. My arrows like that spot, so I just shot it. I say, can you do that? He's like, yeah.
Yeah, you can.
I'm like, all right. All right, I think we're at the half. Are we doing a 10-minute break here?
We are doing a 10-minute break.
So the archers are going to do a 10-minute break. They have a choice. They can either go out and get some gumbo. They can come up to the top of the stadium seating and have some banana nut bread. Oh, looky there. Someone must be calling us from, or not calling, but talking to us from Europe, because it says you can shoot it in any order here in Europe.
You can shoot in a different order for USA Archery. You can shoot a different order. You just can't shoot the same target twice.
Well, you can't. You've got to start either at the top or the bottom.
I don't think so. I've never seen that rule.
You just did your refresher course.
It was not in there.
Okay.
That was
We might have to look into that one, but yes, that's what I remember is that you cannot. You can shoot from the top to the bottom or the bottom to the top, but you cannot shoot that middle one first.
I think you can. I don't think it matters.
Nadia looks like she's praying.
So, all right. So we're going to go ahead and take a 10-minute break, and I'm going to go ahead and get a screen going. All right, girls, we're going to go ahead and let's see here.
Now, when our archers come back, or they may have done so already, those who were shooting on the bottom now have to move their targets to the top. Those who were shooting on the top now have to move their targets to the bottom.
Right.
It makes it a little more fair, makes it a little more even.
Right. All right, we're going to go ahead and mute ourselves, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Walking home late at night, maybe 2:30. A little drunk, but I'm alright, 'cause I've been hanging with you, and it feels like love. Tell me if I'm wrong, 'cause it feels like love. Yeah, it feels like love. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't know what you do, but you make me feel fine. And you can't deny we are not just killing time. You should let me know if you want this true. Baby, you just make me feel crazy. A little crazy for you. Hey. I think about you and I want you here with me. Am I out of my mind, or is this how it should be? You made me sing about love, so just tell me if I'm wrong, but it feels like love. Yeah, it feels like love. Yeah. Don't know what you do, but you make me feel fine. And you can't deny we are not just killing time. You should let me know if you want this true. Baby, you just make me feel crazy. A little crazy for you.
All right. We are, we're about 30 seconds out
Yep.
from starting the second half. And Grambo is in the house. That would be my mom, by the way.
We saw Grambo. Let me squeeze in here.
Hey.
Like our
Okay, do I
camera,
need
our
to
camera's,
move? Well, it might
I
have been. I don't know.
Got bumped a little bit.
What
or
was your boy
something.
doing? He looked like he was dancing or something. I don't know. Had
My
his
boy
hand up in
doesn't
the
dance.
air. I didn't. Oh, yes, he does. I saw a picture.
There we go. Much better. Camera's much better.
And his boy would be the tallest one that you're seeing there.
Next to Madison Wood and
Yes.
Ethan.
Yep.
A couple of youth archers here in the Houston area.
Yep. Madison is the one that, with the new archer, I said, I called her over. I was like, Madison. I said, honey, if you have any questions, she's the one to ask. I said, she will not bite. And what I love about her is that she told him, if I don't know the answer, I'll find out.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome.
So everybody's got to shoot bottom right now. And that's the stressful part for parents because you're like, okay, make sure they shoot the bottom. Don't shoot the top. Don't shoot the top because they just shot 30
Then it's a miss.
arrows.
Yeah.
Yes.
So whenever you come back, you switched positions of your target.
So Ellie did that today.
Oh no!
Yep. She came
You
up.
and it happens to everybody. It happens to pros.
Yeah. You just, you're so focused,
Yeah.
you know, and you come up there.
It's
and
a brain disconnect.
and they're
Is
even
whatever
saying,
I
I
say.
guarantee you, they're even saying, oh, they're going to shoot like I am going to shoot low. I am going to totally shoot the bottom target, and then they shoot the top one.
Yeah.
And sometimes they notice right away, and then there's sometimes
They'll shoot another
they'll shoot another one, or
one.
they'll shoot the other
Yes.
4 down low and not even know they shot that center one.
Yep. He's really focused.
Couple recurve shooters there, Olympic recurve. Our Olympic recurve group here in Houston is really getting big. We had 10 archers 10 recurve youth archers that shot in the.
Is he shooting bare bow or is he shooting recurve? Because
Olympic
he didn't
recurve.
have any.
You can see the sight. It's the blue.
I can't see the sight.
You can't see the sight.
Oh, no, because I don't have my glasses on.
All right, leave it right there. We'll see him when he fulls.
Yeah,
Full-
because
when he fulls.
Ethan, I can see all of the components
big
on
old blue?
his. Now I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, see the.
I was focusing more on him, and I didn't see any stabilizers.
What a cute little
and
kid, though, isn't he?
He is. Yep. They're all cute. What are you talking about? I love seeing a lot of the archers in their Astros gear.
Looks like
Ava
Ryan
right
may
there.
have dropped his first X. I knew he had to just get through this first. There's always that first one. You got to get through, and he even let down on that one too. Somebody told me once. I think it was Rick Stonebreaker says, when you let down, just tell yourself that you're going. There's no way you can't shoot a better shot the second one because that first one, because you let down, it was just going to be a bad shot.
Right.
So reset and do it again. And do what you do.
We talk about that Texas archery hat that Ryan has. I've got to get myself one of those pink plaid ones. That's like my favorite thing. But that hat that Ryan has on, it's got the stars and stripes, and we love having the kids wear those because wherever we go, we've been able to pick them out. Where's Luke and Julia? I don't know. Oh, look, there's the hat. There they are.
There it is.
Where's Ryan? Well, Ryan's 6'10". I don't know.
He's easy to find.
we could he's the tallest one. But
Yeah, see
we
that
love
top
that.
left one just missed left.
Yep.
So Ryan's the last on
Is he?
the line.
He is.
Bottom right.
That's not normal for him.
No, he let down. And shot a good
Nice
last
shot. Yep. Inside out X.
He's smiling, even though he knows he dropped it. These
He's
guys
doing
are
a great job.
that good that
And again, he's had this bow a month.
Yep.
So the amount of time he's had to even shoot it, and he got it in when he was still using the PSE to get ready for World
Yeah.
Field.
Yep.
So he didn't even start using this new bow whenever it first came in. So he's really only been at it 2 or 3 weeks, maybe 3.
Yeah, not real long.
And
it takes a little time.
Yep.
And they'll get there. These archers, they're just so good that they, they just don't have, and they're young. These are young kids putting up some really good numbers
Yes.
and right on the edge of really doing some.
Nadia's
some really
what,
good things.
15 right there at full draw?
15, yep. And
Julia's
Nadia,
14.
Yep. And Nadia has a brand new TRX. Mm-hmm. And she's had a lot of changes in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We changed her anchor point. We changed a lot of things on her to get her ready for indoor season.
We had to send Julia to Adam Gugelsberg to get fixed.
I know. I couldn't fix her.
We couldn't figure out what was wrong, but we knew something was
Look
wrong.
at the magnification. You can actually see it. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, my boy wants more magnification.
I was talking to a guy today that he was telling me, do I need a new sight? And I was like, I don't think so. That's a very nice sight that he's shooting a Shibuya sight. And I said,
That's what Julia has.
He goes, I'm like all over the place. And I was like, well, what lens do you have in there? He goes, I have an 8X, and I have it out as far as I can so that it gives me like a 12X magnification.
Doesn't that show like every bit of movement?
I was like, it's way too much movement. And
Like,
he's like,
you breathe and it's like way out.
yeah, he literally tells me that I'm wrong.
Oh,
Like, why are you asking? He's like, no, that doesn't work for me. Like, I have to have it that magnified to be able to see. Like, okay.
Well, Julia swore up and down that she needed a clarifier.
Yeah.
And then she didn't like how all that looked.
So after I talked to him, he's like, okay. It's like he had to think about it. He comes back
Yeah.
and says, you know what, I may try bring it in a little bit. Everybody's different. That's the one thing I've learned on archery. You can't put everybody in
Right.
in a
It is not a
mold.
cookie cutter sport.
It is not.
Well, that's what I was saying whenever you said that Patrick came in and he just took one of Devin's extra bows. And I was saying that that's kind of tough because the draw length is not going to be set up to his draw
No.
length. The draw weight is not going to be set up to his draw weight. Then let's talk
There's a
about
good video of Julia.
Yes. My girl's trying to take a deep breath and focus.
Our camera women are doing a great job.
Yeah.
Camera woman. I don't know what happened to Ellie. She got sidetracked. I don't know where she gets that from.
So there's Julia in her new Stratus.
So you've got the
Hoyt
targets up in the
Stratus.
top right corner. We got her at full draw. Really cool picture.
Does it look like she
Yeah,
was
good
turning that
shot.
shoulder in? It was a good shot.
5Xs.
I'm so
She'll
worried about
take
her.
it.
Yeah, she will. I asked her, I said, how are you liking that bow? Oh, I love it.
I wasn't so sure there at first.
Yeah. Well, but it turned out it wasn't the bow, it was her.
Yeah.
You know, and she was doing that with her Prevail at first. So whenever you increase the draw length, but I don't know what caused her to start with that shoulder, but that's what it was that shoulder. So we've got our archers going down to take a gander. How about
Yep.
that? Take a gander at their arrows, their shots.
I'm like,
I
just
know, you're like,
sit
holy
back and chilling, you know.
chilling like a villain.
But that is the first end of the second half,
What's it?
which means it's they just moved to the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they
it
just
just
swapped
seemed like
where
it
they
took
were.
longer.
Yeah. So I got that first. That means 5 more ends, and we are done for the day. And we
Yep.
get to do it again tomorrow.
Yep.
And
I
you're
get to
on-
do it twice tomorrow.
I know. I get to do it once. I won't be here in the morning, so Wendy is on her own. How exciting is that?
So no live feed in the morning then.
Well,
Oh, some people are going to be mad. Yeah, because what was it? Was it sectionals last year? You were gone, and
Yeah.
Keith and I were up here, and we're doing the live scoring and, just trying to get everybody checked in. And people were like, what?
yeah.
What do you mean? Well, can't you go do the live feed?
There's
I was
no
like,
live feed? Are you kidding me right now?
Scott has not taught me how to turn everything on and set it all up. So, no, I'm sorry. I can sit here and talk. I can
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
all day.
It's not it's easy, but not easy.
Right.
You know?
Right. There are lots of. So he did not tell Miss Jacqueline that there
I
was
guess I
no.
should've.
Yeah.
I just assumed you would run a live feed tomorrow. I'll give you my computer and make it happen.
Well, if you showed me what to do, I would do it, but
I can do that.
not knowing.
I can't just leave
Makes
my
it kinda
computer here. That's the
hard.
problem. I got too much need for it. I got to get all the scores and everything ready for tomorrow. Not scores,
okay. I
but
was
all
like,
the,
how are you gonna take? Where are you gonna take it to church? What do you have a need
no,
for
it's
your
tonight.
computer at church?
Tonight, getting.
I know. I don't know what's up with your family. Y'all stay up so stinking late. There's my word again, stinking.
Yeah, I was up
I'm
till
like,
1 this morning.
Hey,
getting
but I
everything
didn't
ready
fall
for everybody.
asleep. I didn't fall asleep last night.
You didn't? You did
No,
good.
I stayed awake. But yeah, normally y'all are. It's 11:30 at night, and I'm like dead to the world. Oh, y'all are a lot of fun, and y'all, all your whole family puts up with me and my family. So, because I don't know, something's
Nadia's
going
giving,
on,
giving
right?
Ryan the.
The what for right there.
Look how small she is next to
I
Ryan.
know. Well, did you see when she was doing her finger wag? She had to do her finger wag up
Do it up.
because down low was not working.
Here we go. Let's see if we get a picture of old Nadia. You know, you could probably span across and not see Nadia's head.
There
next to
she
Ryan.
is,
Oh,
right
Ryan's
there.
Moved. Mine's moved.
Who knows where Ryan went? He probably went over to A&M land. No,
Yep.
he's standing
No,
over to
he's
the
standing there.
side. Why do I call it A&M land? Because Devin and Connor and
Patrick.
Ryan and Patrick.
It's nice getting a few Aggies that come and shoot
Yep.
these now.
Hey, Patrick used to work at Live Oak, didn't he? I've seen that
Patrick
kid.
and Devin.
Yeah,
both
well, I
worked
knew
at Live
Devin
Oak.
did. But Patrick, I was like, wait a minute. I've seen him before.
They went and got real jobs.
Real jobs. What's Patrick
Archery's
doing now?
not a real job. I don't know.
Well, that's what Julie wanted to do. She, when she was shooting for Elite and talking to those folks over there, Nathan Brooks, and he's like, yeah, I make $90,000 a year. It's a good job. And she's like, woohoo, that's what I'm gonna do. And but now she wants to do sports broadcasting. So imagine that. She's even taking that in high school as a
We're
freshman.
building little archers, little
I'm
raisin
telling
and
you,
archer.
you want to talk about raising an archer? We are doing that.
Yep.
Here's Elise. This is Ethan's sister.
Yep.
Ethan, who has all the green get up. This is his sister right here. She's so quiet. She's so sweet. And I love that she wears the same boots to shoot in every time I have seen her shoot.
She's got a good little target down there. I'm just looking.
Yep.
It's a good video of her with her target. Yep, there it is.
And she has the same. No, nice. She got an X right there.
We've gone from, how many cameras did we have? We had 7
6.
cameras, 6 cameras, 4, 5, 6. No, we had 7. We had 6 on the floor, 1 on us.
Okay.
So
I
7
wasn't counting the one on
We had
us.
7 of them going at one time, and now we have 3. We have 2 on the floor. Depending, we put them in strategic spots to get them out of the way, and I think that, man, we can get good angles on every single target in the range, which is awesome.
Yes.
And that quality is not too bad.
No.
Like, it's kind of like we used to. A lot of you if you're from a little older crowd, we talk about the Bob Uecker going, it missed the line. You're like 50, we're 50 yards away with binoculars. Going,
We used to have the binoculars,
It's
yeah.
in for sure. And they come back, it wasn't in. You're like, I saw it from here. I know.
That was you.
I know
The
it
ones
was
that
in.
I called, they were in. But
No.
you.
There's Braden, shoots for Texas Archery just in the last he probably got that bow about 3 months ago.
Wow.
And he's been working with Coach Dakota,
All
getting
right.
ready for all these tournaments. We've got a real good group of archers coming up through Texas Archery Joad. It's a youth program that we have here that meets once a week on Sundays, not this Sunday or next Sunday, just because of all the events
We don't
going
have
on.
a plan. Yeah.
But
everybody's shooting.
what we do is, because we're not meeting there, we are going to meet on Monday night. We're going to have whoever wants to come can come Monday night and practice and get ready for Aggie Invite. What are you
Oh,
looking at?
now my mom is now in the house on Facebook.
I
Hey, Mom. that one right there, I keep thinking it's a gorilla butt.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't it look
That's
like it?
hilarious. Yeah, it does. It
Last
does.
night I was like, oh, looks like a gorilla or an ape butt. Buttocks. patootie. Now it doesn't look so big whenever you span out.
Yeah, that's our little selfie wall I
yeah.
built to the side there. So
I
people can
like
take
it with the
pictures.
bushes
Yeah.
and the 3D, even though we're not shooting 3D. But I like the animals around it. I think
I got
that's pretty
fancy.
cool.
Boy, Ryan
You
held that
did.
way
You got
too long.
fancy
Way too long.
schmancy. Yeah, Facebook changed my mom's name to David Argo. I don't know who David Argo is. Mom, did you get a boyfriend? I don't even know. But
All right, big deep breath, Ryan. He's the last. He's
Here we
he's
go.
struggling. He says his release isn't going off like he wants it to.
Julia was saying the same thing about hers.
Yeah. Even his bad shot was still an
I
X.
know. I'm like, what is he complaining about?
Oh,
that right there. Oh,
Ugh. I know it's he's. I don't know if he's getting frustrated or what, but
Devin's kinda
he should
laughing.
have. He shouldn't have dropped that one.
that's kind of like when the Astros guy got hit with the baseball the other night, and then in dugout they're laughing.
Yeah.
That's kind of what just happened here. That Devin started laughing when that happened.
I'm wondering on that one if he thought it was in. Like he looked and then was just like, oh,
Yeah.
like I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know, but we know that's what's going on is he's trying to get the 60X.
Yep.
That's the maximum amount of X's that you can get, and he's so close.
Oh, he is. He is.
What is that? 2 that he's dropped?
Yeah, he's dropped 2
during
this time, but
this time.
he's probably shot 6 or 7 59Xs. He just can't. He can't break that 60X.
Yeah.
It's just kind of.
It's coming, and he's so close to getting it.
He's gonna get it.
Yeah.
He'll get it this year. But
Oh, absolutely.
It's almost he's trying a little too hard right now.
I think that's where his focus is.
Yep.
But I'm no Penny, so Penny's the
Nope.
mental management coach, and she would know about that. But you stole one of your wife's pens. Look there. You might have stole 2.
These are. I brought those to her.
Yes, but then they disappeared. I might have just marked on you. Who knows? That's
Probably.
all right.
Another new archer at Texas.
Yeah.
Texas Archery.
Raising
It's a
them up.
Good shot.
Looks like we have an X and a 5 and a 4.
Austin is set as a freestyle right now. I'm going to have to go fix that.
Yeah.
This is part of the learning of how to, what division to put the kids in, and we're here to help.
So he has a short stabilizer on the front, no rear stabilizers, and he's shooting pins.
Yeah.
So that is what is going to put him in bow hunter freestyle. Freestyle, he would have a longer stabilizer, possibly rear stabilizers, and he would be shooting a lens instead.
Yep.
Mr. Prophet. I started to say Mr. Nadia, and that's not even right because it would be Mr. Tara if I was going to go that route. Got 3 X's right there.
Looks like 4.
I'm sorry. I don't even know where I got 3. Maybe I just totally skipped that one in the center. It's too late to do it now, but I want to watch the way he knocks his arrow. Because he does it a different way than most people.
I wasn't
Oh,
paying
man,
attention.
it's a 5.
He's okay, but he just wants to keep
Oh,
it
yeah.
light.
Poor Julia. She said last night, oh, Mr. Prophet must have his contacts in tonight. I'm like, what do you mean? Well, he's shooting better. I was like, Julia, it's not, no, it's true. Then here's his daughter, Nadia, right here. Shoots for Texas Archery. We are so glad to have them. They moved here because I think it was because of her dad's work. And then they came on over to Texas Archery to shoot.
Just
Looks
looking
like
up
that
Nadia.
might be 5 X's.
Nadia, she shot those 2 4s on the first end, and then she's been clean since then.
Oh, wow.
That's that first end is
Yeah.
always the hardest end.
Julia and I talked about that last night, that there's like 4 ends that will get you out of the 12. That very first end, when you're getting into it, it's your nerves and everything. Then the last end before the break, number 6.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh, if you've been clean, you're like, okay, here we go.
Here we go.
And then, oh, okay, are you breathing at that point? I don't even know. Then you take the break. Then you come back and you flipped your target and you're like, I've got to make sure I've got all the things in place now. And so there's that one. Then say you've shot clean the whole entire tournament and it comes to the very last end. Am I boring you? That's
No.
Twice you've yawned.
I went to bed at 1 o'clock last night.
Well, I know I went at 11:30. Julia and I went up to bed. I was like, we got to get to bed. It's going to be an early morning. Oh, and then I set my alarm an hour earlier than I was supposed to.
And you still didn't get up?
I did too. I was downstairs early.
3 minutes is not
It was
early.
still early.
All right.
You said we needed to leave by 8:15.
No, I
was
didn't. I said 8.
No, you said we were going
I
to shoot for
said-
8, but 8:15.
But then I realized we got to eat breakfast. So we had to leave by 8.
Oh, I love Kolache Factory's brisket.
Man, they are good.
Oh, kolaches are so good. My mouth's watering. All right, that's
Good
not
to
mine.
see. Good to see Ava Gonzalez down there
Yes.
behind your daughter, the one with the Texas Archery
Mm-hmm.
Joad shirt on. She's taken. Her mom said she really hasn't shot much since March.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why
she
she's
doesn't
having.
shoot. They don't shoot outdoors.
That's exactly what. Because we don't shoot outdoor. Nope. Oh, so then that very last end, you've shot clean all the way through, and then you know that you've only got 5 arrows left to be clean, and that one right there is the toughest, I do believe. We talked with Julia that your very first end, almost really that first shot, but if you shoot a 4 in that first end, you're like, oh man, this just became a paid practice. Julia pulling her arrows there. She's smiling. She's laughing. Gotta be a good sign, right? Either that or Mr. Prophet's just making the best of it.
Maybe I was blind, running forever while I tried to find someone that would be my great love. Right in front of me, I didn't realize you were me, so you took me by surprise. Oh yeah, even in my wildest dreams, I didn't think we were destined to be. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah. When I give you every part of me, I can't believe this is reality. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah. I'm just curious. When did you know you had feelings for me? Maybe somehow we've always known that we have chemistry, but always chasing after someone else. So this took me by surprise. Oh yeah, even in my wildest dreams, I didn't think we were destined to be. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah. When I give you every part of me, I can't believe this is reality. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah.
Oh, there we go. We're about to talk at the same time. Yeah, we're
Fine.
coming to the end of the day. We've got four more ends left. looks like Claire is going to shoot and then immediately go to work.
Yeah.
Or she just showed up for work and started
Right.
shooting.
One or the other.
Like I said, this has been a full house this weekend. We have roughly 175 archers that are going to be participating, or at least there's a few that are going to be shooting a couple times. And so, but that's still, like, I think the biggest one that we've ever had was 141, which was last year. And this, and the year before that was, I think, 100. The year before that was like 60.
Yeah,
So
it
it's
has
just
definitely grown.
Continuing to grow, and we want to continue to grow it. I think that, we need to push to see if we can get 200 archers at a SYWAT. That would be awesome.
Yep.
And
We would have to have more lines.
we would have to do a 6 o'clock line to be able
Yeah.
to get there. Almost need a couple 6 o'clock lines, but
Right.
you know what? We can only do so much.
You tend to push the limits every
I do.
now and then.
I do. But right now, it's amazing turnout this weekend.
Yes.
So much fun. And we want to continue to grow the sport, and we believe it's through live scoring and through live video.
Absolutely.
Doesn't everybody love to be able to just, watch? If they can't be here, they can watch it.
Right.
And enjoy it this way. And I don't know if anybody's heard our story, but we started when we did our first live feed. We actually did it with a iPad, with a speaker, with a mic connect the speaker to get the audio to come through. And over the, I guess, a year and a half or longer now, it's just kind of escalated.
Yeah, escalated is right.
And came to this where we are today, and we're kind of to a stopping point. I believe I keep adding stuff, not to it, to playing with the software and trying to figure out how do we do picture in picture, which is new. How do we do live scoring when you
I've
shoot
enjoyed the
on
picture in picture. Like right there, you can see the archer
Yeah.
and the target.
Just doing a great job.
Yes.
And then having the ability, when we did the shoot off or shoot up at the Texas Ringer, we were able to put the scores on the screen, which I thought was awesome.
Yeah.
That way everybody could know what was going on, see
Right.
where everybody falls.
Almost immediately.
Yeah. And that was a 15, 16-year-old kid that was managing all that.
Got a good look at that target right there. Looks like she might need to adjust a little bit because they're all to the right. Center to right.
Yep. A little blurry.
It's trying to refocus.
Yeah, for some reason. For some reason.
It happens. It's
Yep.
technology. Another little friend there. Both of those were 10-yard targets.
Austin. That's got to be
Look
enough.
how
That's got to be another one of the wild
tiny,
kids.
Right? Oh my goodness, just precious. Is he even old enough to shoot?
He's probably mean as fire too. Look
Oh,
at
whatever.
him. Look at that. Look,
Look at the innocence
got that-
on that baby's
he's got that
face.
crazy eye. You know.
What? You did not. It is focus. That's
It's
what he
focus.
has. He has
Look at that.
focus,
Look at that.
right?
Crazy eye.
Oh my word.
He's like a little tornado, I bet.
He's probably the sweetest.
When they're not your kid, they're always the sweetest. Amen. Can I get an amen?
Oh, Scott, we're trying to raise up archers,
Right,
not,
right.
like.
It looks cool with the little greenery in the background. You can see the little.
I know. It looks
there's
like he's
there's
in the zoo or something.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Like you can see where everybody shot the pots. What are you looking at?
I'm trying to read. You got the screen way over.
See, I got an amen. Mm-hmm. Do I need to make it bigger? Would that help?
You know it.
You know it.
So little brother was a left-handed shooter.
It's an elite ember, I believe, right there. Which I really do like those bows for these kids because it's a great starter target bow where you can go ahead and, if you want to do a limb stop, you can really lock that thing down so that when they hit that wall, it stops.
Yeah.
And gives us the ability to use some different releases that we wouldn't on some other bows because
We
of
did like that hardback wall.
There's Patrick Dean.
But with the Stratus, it provides more of the ability to adjust.
Yeah.
All the bows there on the
Zoom out.
the
I
rack.
want to see zoom out right there. So look at Julia's feet. Scroll down. Look, I think her feet are way out of whack. Look at that. Let's see if she adjusts.
I can't tell from back here. I know, but from the back is where I can tell. Those wide leg pants, for one,
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
don't let me see where the actual shoes are,
Yeah, have Adam Gugasberg check that out.
right? Yeah, her legs are too wide.
Yeah, she's got kind of a too open of a stance right there.
And she didn't like it either. I bet her shots didn't go where she wanted.
Yeah, I think she dropped another 4.
Oh. Well, with her, once she drops one, it's like everything goes to pot. She can't keep it together. Oh, yeah, there's a 4.
That top
Top
right.
right.
Zoom in on that one. Let's get a good look at it. Let's see how close we can get. How close can we go?
Pretty stinking
Pretty
close.
close.
Yep.
That's her last arrow, too.
Was it?
She shoots top right, I think, on her last.
I don't know. She switches every now and then.
Yeah. I know some people say, they would never change their, whatever the format or whatever process they, the shoot the center and then the top left, top right, bottom left, or whatever, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm tired.
I don't know because I don't really know what you're trying to say.
Your sequence. Your,
There you go.
yeah,
That's
so
a
your
good
sequence.
word.
I'll go with that word. So your sequence of how you shoot.
The order of shots.
Some won't change it, but we've learned that there sometimes it becomes psychological, and you just want to knock it out on the very first arrow and just get it over with. And for Ryan, you'll notice if you ever watch him, if he ever shoots out of sequence, it's because there was one that was just bothering him, and he wanted to just shoot it and know that he's strong on that first shot.
Well, she used to do top to bottom, and then you were the one who made her. It was either you or Ryan.
Wasn't me.
Was it me?
We don't.
Then it must have been Ryan.
We never start at the bottom.
Yeah, she was having issues, and you or Ryan one said, start with the one you're having issues with.
Oh, yeah. And then she just changed her sequence altogether.
Well, she just went, since it's on the bottom, then she, went bottom to top. Since it was bottom right. She didn't like it.
She didn't like it. Or she liked it. Now like that process.
Well, now she likes the process, but... Here's some fatties right there, PS23s. They do get a little fatter than that with
Here,
PS26.
can we see what spine they are? I'm just curious.
Look at the Black Eagle. Are we trying to get a plug for Black
here,
Eagle right
here,
there?
yeah. Oh, they're 500 spine
500.
arrows.
Wow.
That is awesome.
We don't have a person down there. I mean, that is from that one camera. That is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Texas Archery right there with Adam Shackelford, Joe Z,
We need
Adam
a judge.
Z. Goes David Allen, Phil Governor going out to check that out.
3 more ends.
Phil's like an attorney to you at this point.
It does. It does.
Ryan looks like he's feeling the same.
Yeah, he shot this morning, shooting this afternoon. If there's a spot, I bet you he'll shoot tomorrow.
Yeah.
But there are no spots available right now.
Oh.
Everybody wants that 60X. Well, not everybody. There's a lot of people just want that 300.
Yeah.
We have several that have the ability to shoot those 60Xs.
I love to see the boys over there just chit-chatting in between. Wonder what the result was on that arrow that they... So tell me about Brewster's. What are we getting at Brewster's?
Hold on.
Seriously? You're texting and not answering.
Somebody's asking me about all the slots for tomorrow. I said they're all full.
Yeah. Not that they're awful, but they are
All
filled.
full. Let's see.
Is it Kay? Because Kay's down there texting.
No, it was Amy.
Oh.
So Brewster's, if no one's ever been to Brewster's is an ice cream place that make it all homemade.
I haven't been to Brewster's.
It's all outdoors. You walk up.
I see people like at midnight, or it wasn't midnight, but it was really late going to your house, and people were standing in line.
Oh yeah, it's
There
so
was
good.
a line like 10 o'clock at night.
So Adam is shooting a release called a scat,
Huh.
and he suffered is not the right word. He struggled.
I was like, what happened?
He struggled with controlling his release, meaning he would, if it was a button, he was just slamming down on it really
Oh.
hard. Then we went to a resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? He learned how to manipulate the resistance.
Oh, no.
And so what he would do is he would just turn his wrists real hard, and he knew it would pop it. His body would. So we go to this release called a scat, and it's a hydraulic release. So when you draw back, you push down on the peg. And when you let off of it, it goes ahead and shoot. It'll release that release in 2 to 3 seconds. That way, he's just constantly pushing and pulling. It's really a good training release.
I think I would be worried. It's going to go off. It's going to go off. It's going to go off.
That's right.
Oh, all right. Well, if it works for him, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, we just had to find something that would
Yeah,
work for him, and
absolutely.
I think it's a great little release.
I don't guess I'd ever heard of it.
It's a big, ugly release.
Got scratch marks on it or something? I mean,
No, it's ginormous. It's got to be like 4 inches long. I mean, maybe even longer. It's just really long.
is
because
it a
has little hydraulic.
four-finger?
Yeah, it's a
or,
4-finger.
Oh, that's
It
why.
has a hydraulic in it, so when you push down on it, you can slow and speed that hydraulic up of when it's going to shoot. There's Joe Z, one of the
He
head
didn't
coaches
like
at
that last
Texas
one.
Archery.
It's a 5,
He's
but
shooting bow hunter.
he seems to like his bow hunter setup.
He does. A lot of guys will move to the bow hunter, and just because the open class is just so competitive,
Yeah.
and it just you have to be shooting high 50Xs to even be able to compete,
Right.
if not shooting a 60X.
4X and a 5. Madison.
But I got to tell you, those bow hunters, they'll put up mid 50Xs as well. So I mean, it's not
Yeah.
it's not an easy class
Right.
either. But it does allow for a little bit of error. And that's why we decided to try to do something different at the end of at the end of outdoor season, beginning of an indoor season, which was called the Texas Ringer, which was a whole different target that came out
Yeah.
of Michigan. It looks like this 5-spot. The colors are blue, a little brighter blue, no X in the middle, but an inside-out X was 7 points. Touching the X was a 6, and then it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just like a normal 5-spot at that point.
Oh, Ryan didn't like that one.
So he's like, he didn't understand why the release. It's something.
My word.
He's like, I feel like I've shot about 100 shots here.
Poor Ryan. He wears his emotions all over his face.
He does.
You can always tell what's going on. You can tell if he's mad, frustrated. Oh, he didn't like it.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. Still was an X, wasn't it?
I was like, why is he not mad? Or why is he mad?
It's like an inside-out X.
Yes. Oh, my goodness. He can drink some water.
It's just like he's mad.
He is mad. I told you. That boy of yours. And David made him laugh, though.
Oh, good. There's old Julia Cook.
Mm-hmm. That look is, I'm done.
Yeah, that is not a happy look right there. Let's move off of that one. Yeah, she's, her feet, I think there's some, we'll have to talk to her about her feet. I think they're too wide, but.
Yeah, they look too wide. But then she's going to think about closing her stance instead of just putting her feet directly underneath her hips and shoulders. And
Yeah, that.
she doesn't understand the difference.
We'll have to, I'll text Adam real quick to go
There you
watch the
go.
live feed.
Her first shot was a 5. Second is an X. Both of them are a little left. You can see Elisa's pretty boots in the background.
I just texted Adam to go look.
Another X.
So no spots for tomorrow right now.
If you plan on
I could open spots at 6 a.m. Did you want to get here at 6 a.m.?
radio silence, look at Jacqueline. Jacqueline's like, "Are you
Jacqueline, we need
serious?"
you here by 6 a.m. No, sir.
She's so polite, like all the time. Even
Yeah.
that was like a no, sir. My face said something other than no, but
No, sir.
then it was not yes either.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good little group down there.
a little low and right, but it is a good group together. I believe
You see
he
how
was
he,
another.
you see how he was just standing there kind of staring. What he was doing was he was waiting for the archers around him to go ahead and shoot, and then that way he could step off the line. It's a little bit of line etiquette that you'll see from the archers, because if somebody's at full draw, you don't want to walk off the line and distract them. You
Right.
want to show them a little respect, because they'll show you the same respect. Let you
Or
focus.
at least you hope so.
Yeah.
Devin here at full draw. And if Mama's watching, they're a cattle showing family. I say that because I used to show cattle. That was my archery gig.
Yeah.
Didn't do archery, but instead I showed cows. Like the archery group, the A&M group right there. He is just a griping, your boy.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Obviously, he wasn't happy with that shot.
No, but maybe the only thing I can think of, since it did look like an inside-out X, is that just the way
It broke.
yes,
He didn't like how it felt.
He didn't like the way the release acted, or
Again, just a reminder, if you guys are listening, go to eyesonscore.com, go to Texas Archery, go down the bottom to Texas Archery, and then click on today's SYWAT, or actually this weekend's SYWAT, because it'll have everybody from the weekend. And you'll be able to see the live scores. Just go ahead and refresh after each end, and the scores will be updated. The process is getting very easy for this.
Yes.
It does take, you kind of have to have that little bit of the operational process, so when they show up that they know, hey, you're going to be one of the scorers. You're going to get a text, and it's going to have your email and the code, and that also has the link to the app so they can download it. This the biggest confusion is everybody starts downloading the app thinking that they can see the live scores. That's to come. Right now, the app is just for entering, and then the website is for displaying the scores. So go ahead and leave that up a little longer so we can get all the way through the list this time, so that we don't want anybody to
That's right. We
feel
want
like,
everyone to be able to see the scores.
Yeah.
Even the very last name.
So if you see zeros, that means they just haven't shot this weekend.
That's right.
And they will be.
Because we have 2 shoots tomorrow.
Yep. And that's another 70-plus archers that will be shooting tomorrow.
Which is pretty cool.
Yep. I'll need to check here. Let's see if I need to go ahead and take a look to see. I have a lot of people asking about times for tomorrow, so I'm going to go ahead and check that real quick.
Okay, do that.
A little drunk, but I'm alright. 'Cause I've been hanging with you, and it feels like love. Tell me if I'm wrong, 'cause it feels like love. Yeah, it feels like love. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't know what you do, but you make me feel fine. And you can't deny we are not just killing time. You should let me know if you want this true. Baby, you just make me feel crazy. A little crazy for you. Yeah. I think about you and I want you here with me. Am I out of my mind? Or is this how it should be? You made me sing about love. So just tell me if I'm wrong, but it feels like love. Yeah, it feels
All right, as Scott is looking at something with times, I don't even know. But if you think you may not be able to make it tomorrow, please let us know. Send an email, call, text, because we do have people waiting to try to get in for tomorrow. So if you don't show, that might hold someone up that would have gone ahead and shot. We do know that things come up, things happen. We get all that.
What I may do, I'm just thinking outside here. So for if we move 8 and 9, so back up the camera for me from behind, Jacqueline. Hey, Jacqueline, go ahead and do the camera from behind the archers and back all the way up, and then look to the right for me. We'll go ahead and ask everybody what they think. There is a little bit of room. See how in the back there's 8 and 9. See, there's like probably about a half bale on that right side. And also, I'm giving everybody 3 feet of room. If you've noticed, a lot of SYWATs that you shoot will
2
be
feet.
2 feet, maybe a little over 2 feet. If I move 9 over a little bit, I still got to stay away from that beam, and move 8 over with it, I could potentially open up maybe at least two, maybe 4 spots. And
I
go
don't
ahead
know,
and do
you'd
10.
have to really check on those beams.
What I know I can do is, so looking at tomorrow morning, there's only 2 10-yarders, so I only need 1 bale.
Yep.
So moving that 1 bale over for sure, I bet you I can open up 4 more spots in the morning tomorrow, if we want to do that.
Ethan's staring down.
See the camera bobble a little bit if you're new here. We talked about it. When it hits that target, the camera, I guess it just, that vibration goes all the way up the wall to that camera and gives it a little bit of a jiggle.
Watch it wiggle. See it jiggle. For those of you not old enough to know, that's the old Jell-O commercial.
Yep. Ryan looks clean.
Oh, somebody had a miss. So you can see on bail 2, bottom right, target, that center arrow is a miss. The top
That's
line
tough.
is up.
And what she's doing right now, she's just getting the camera ready, the second camera. She's doing such a good job, Jacqueline.
I'm telling you.
There you go. Now you can see the archer with the target. She's just getting all the cameras aligned and set up.
For
And
the picture-in-picture.
picture, which I'm loving.
I am too.
Probably one of the best features I've added, adding the picture-in-picture.
That is a cool feature to be able to see that.
Yeah. Don's like, squeeze them in. I'm thinking, squeeze them in. I'll make that decision right after this, but
Yeah.
I think we'll probably open up 4 more spots in the morning, and then tomorrow afternoon I've got to see if we need to walk down there and actually visually check it to see
Yeah.
if we can get. I know we can get 2 more out of it, but we're not. It'll be tight for 4. But we'll see what we can do.
Yep. There's not enough room down there
Okay,
on the other side
can you
of
guys
one.
squeeze in on Craig Cato's target? So he is on target 1A,
So he is top left.
top left. See if you can zoom in all the way. There's Craig.
From Saddle
Yep,
River
from Saddle River.
Saddle River Range.
There we go. Top right. Looks like it's in. Good shot. It's close. That little.
That
one on the
center
right.
one. Oh, you're talking about on
Yeah.
Craig's.
Craig's is
That
that
bottom
bottom
right.
right one. I think it's touching, but it's a bad angle.
Yeah. I was looking to see where the shadow reaches the arrow. Just couldn't tell. There's
Good.
Kay. She does not look happy. Come on, Miss Kay. See, looking at that shadow going up to the arrow,
Yeah.
that's going to be close.
Yeah. It's hard to tell. I mean, it's like it all blends right in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there's a good video of
It
Nadia.
is. Oh, she didn't like that. I do not know how she shoots with gum.
I know.
That would change my anchor point constantly. Yeah, but I wouldn't put it in the right place, and then it would be like a lump or something. I don't know.
Like she's still chewing.
Yeah.
Just she's that bottom right target. I'm holding my breath. Come on. There you go. Good shot.
There it went.
Yeah, good shot, Nadia. All right, we have 5 more arrows.
Is that it?
5 more arrows after
5
this.
more arrows. All right, they're going to go down and score.
Yep. We are there. 5 more to go.
Well, I'll be, I think, ours is very, very tall.
Maybe I was blind, running forever while I tried to find someone that would be my great love.
So now I think
Right in front of me, I didn't realize you were my
it's
dream.
actually 50.
So you took me by surprise. Oh yeah, even in my wildest curious. When did you know you had feelings for me? Maybe somehow we've always known that we have chemistry, but always chasing after someone else. So this took me by surprise. Oh yeah, even in my wildest dreams, I didn't think we were destined to be. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah. Wanna give you every part of me. I can't believe this is reality. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah. Even in my wildest dreams, even in my wildest dreams. Oh yeah, even in my wildest dreams, I didn't think we were destined to be. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah. Wanna give you every part of me. I can't believe this is reality. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah.
I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, have me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck, country heart. I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm backed up. Keep it real, I do this once a month. I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car to get tatted up.
There's our one traditional shooter that's shooting today. I think the rest of the crew is coming in tomorrow. I think there was several of them I saw on the list. We had a good turnout at the Texas Ringer. I think we had 6 or 7, maybe 8 that showed up. You know traditional shooter by typically you'll see that green and white shirt. PJ Velez, which coaches a lot of these traditional shooters, did a podcast with us a few I guess maybe a month and a half ago. If you go out to, we're on all major podcast platforms. She didn't seem happy with that. Go to Apple, Spotify, Audible. You're gonna see it out there. PJ talks about some of the challenges that he had to go through, which then translates very good to for him in teaching archery.
Were you talking about our friend PJ?
I was.
I talked about him earlier too.
Ah, yeah, good
He
guy.
must be on our mind.
Yeah.
We might ought to call him and make sure things okay. Whew. He's looking like a beast.
Is he?
Have you seen his pictures when
No.
he's like at MD Anderson? Yep.
Here's a good picture. Good shot. All right, last 5 arrows. This is what it comes down to. What did you say, Julie? This is the last 5 arrows are the toughest 5 arrows?
Yeah.
And yeah, this is definitely the last toughest five arrows. When we were at nationals earlier this year for NFAA out in Louisville. Ryan's last day, shooting really well, comes to the last 5 arrows. He hasn't dropped an X, and he shoots 2 X's and then drops his 1 X for the day to shoot a 59X 300 at nationals.
That's what I'm saying.
Again,
it is coming. He
the
is
amount
going
of
to have
tension that these kids, I mean, even I don't care
They've
what level,
practiced.
there's a lot of pressure put on these kids, and I
Yep.
love seeing this because this gets these kids ready for life. There's not many sports that put this much personal pressure on somebody to be able to overcome the stress. If you don't shoot, you don't understand.
Say what?
Say what?
Ava right there.
Little Ava, she's not so little anymore,
No,
is she?
she's not.
She was so tiny there for a while. I mean, she's still tiny.
Oh, yeah.
But everybody grows up,
They
don't
are
they?
growing up, and I can't believe I've been in this long enough to see when they were so young. Julia pulled out a picture yesterday from her first tournament, and it was a SYWAT, and
Yeah.
it was at X10, and it looked like Christmas was like the Pied Piper or something. I mean, it was
Oh, that's
Christmas
funny.
and all these little kids around him. Matthew Parmenter and his brother, they were tiny, and there was Julia, and there was Noah. That he looked like he was like that tall. I mean,
Yeah, I got to tell you, Matthew Parmenter, it was funny. They showed up, first time I met them, him and his little brother show up. Matthew forgot his front stabilizer, and so his mom's discipline on him was that he had to swap stabilizers with his brother after every end. So his brother would shoot, and then he'd rush up there, unscrew it, screw it back into his, and then go and shoot. And then the next time, USA Archery, it swaps, and so he would shoot, and then he has to unscrew it real fast,
what
and
just
then screw it.
happened?
One more arrow. So he says that his pinching is knock, and so when he pulls back, it keeps causing his arrow to jump off his rest, which he says is really getting on his nerves.
And that's what just happened.
So he feels like he has to pull back a little different to keep it from happening. Last arrow. Just hit it there, Ryan. There you go.
Nailed it.
58X for Ryan. Not a bad round. I know he's not super happy with that, but 58 works.
Yep.
That dog will hunt in golf terms.
Top line has their last 5 arrows.
5 arrows. All right, Julia. I'm a big fan of Julia Cook. She is one of my faves.
Thank you.
I have a lot of faves, but she definitely is one of the top faves. A little sassy, but
A little.
girls can be sassy. As my wife says, I was built for this. I have 3 daughters, and you survive that teenage years for girls. You've done well. And if you have multiple girls, I have a whole new
teenage years. I don't know if I'm gonna survive.
Yours just started to.
Oh my word! I call you, and I'm like,
And it
I
didn't
don't
get
know.
better. It didn't, Jacqueline. It did not get better. Girls don't. In our case, they don't seem to become humans until they get about 18 or 19.
Oh my goodness!
And if anybody's out there listening and they understand, give me the thumbs up.
Okay, this is something I will give an amen.
Oh yeah, you'll give me credit on that one.
Your daughter's texting me.
Oh no.
Are they done shooting in there? Last 5 arrows, babe. Last 5 arrows.
Done. She's got to work till 6.
Oh no, it's Ellie.
Oh, is it Ellie? She must have gotten bored. Left Jacqueline in here to handle it. Oh, okay.
Let's
yeah,
see.
yeah.
Julia's got 2 X's here. Let's see how she can finish this out.
We do want to thank everybody for tuning in.
Yes,
this
thank you
is
very
Texas
much.
Archery, and I started a little hashtag.
Raising an Archer?
Yeah, it's Raising an Archer. I was like, I am Texas Archery.
Yep.
Raising an Archer. Wendy and I
We
will,
most definitely are Texas Archery.
yeah, and we we're trying to come up with a name for our podcast and our videos, and we've jumped around a little bit. If you go back and look, you'll see we had some different names, but the one thing that we do have that Wendy and I are
I don't
passionate
even
about.
remember the different names.
There was first it was just Texas Archery. Then we changed it to
Oh,
Texas
yeah,
Archery
yeah,
Media.
yeah. You're
and then we were just like, man, it's just it's got to be something
Hey,
different.
write that
And
down because I just said you're right.
Thank you. It's recorded. I'll go ahead.
It
and
is
I'll just go
recorded. That's
snag,
right.
I'll just go
Gummit.
snag that audio. But we both have a lot of passion for
We
youth
do.
archery. We believe that it's and knocking it not any other sport. I just think that there has to be a sport for every kid, or
Yes.
at least something that they
Yes.
can do that they can feel successful in. And
Yes.
I believe archery is a sport that many can be successful in.
Absolutely.
And it's not one of the traditional sports. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah. That's good. Good point. So you're seeing there's 6 arrows in the target. That means they will lose their top arrow minus 1 point. That
That
I feel like
hurts.
it's a double. That's like a double negative. Like take multiple points away. Like not only do you lose your top arrow, but you actually get a -1 as well.
That stinks.
And that is it. That's what we call.
That's a wrap, folks.
Yeah, that's what we call our app.
For tonight.
Yeah.
For today.
And it's actually I don't mind. Like today we'll end. Like we'll be back by dinner. We can.
Yeah.
It's not like those
The
nights where
Texas
we're.
Ringer, we all actually got to your house before before
Yeah.
nighttime.
Yeah. And it makes it a little easier. What was that? That's right. We can watch the Astros game. Yeah, we'll watch the Astros tonight.
Go Astros.
But we do thank everybody for joining in, and I
Yes.
hope you guys enjoy the live coverage, the live feed, the live scoring, and all of that stuff.
Yes.
And we just really enjoy doing this. Again,
It's a lot of fun.
if you want to learn more about archery, go to Raising an Archer on our podcast, and you'll get to learn a little more. We did want to add, we'd like to step our YouTube game up, but it takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
We can do the
You gotta
audio.
find more time, Scott.
I know, it's tough.
Come on.
But thank you guys, and we will see you guys at the next target.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow.